Hey, Trevor.
Sarah.
Hey. Sorry I missed your call. I was just talking with my husband and then I didn't even hear it ring and then I'm like came out. Oh no. And then since I wasn't on my computer went into sleep mode. And then I'm like, oh boy. So
That's okay. No
uh,
big deal. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, how was your field trip?
It was good. It was kind of long because we did a lot of driving, but we got to see a few different natural disaster areas in Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana. So it was
Oh,
fun.
yeah, disaster stuff.
hmm
Got
Yeah.
you. So you went to Yellowstone?
Um, well, I think we were on the outskirts of Yellowstone. We never went into the park, but we stopped there for, well, the little town site or whatever to get food, and that was about it.
Nice. That was pretty fun.
hmm Yeah, it was not too bad.
So
So,
that's one of your science classes that you have
sorry.
to take. That's
Oh,
for one of the science classes that you're taking.
yeah, it's my natural disasters class, and then I'm taking another science one called Light and Sound. So,
Oh, is that fun?
I mean, it's been interesting. Like, there's days that's really fun, and there's days where it's kind of boring, but it just depends.
I have my two science classes is it issues and social issues and religious freedom, and the other is uh, Neanderthal successes, like it's about evolution.
Oh,
The issues and social issues and religious freedom. It's more like a social science. So
is it kind of interesting or so-so?
yeah, good. What's about religious freedom? So that's what we talk about. I have a lot of. It's a brand new course, so it's kind of here and there. So we
You're
have this
kind of like the guinea pigs.
exactly. So he doesn't necessarily know what he's doing, so he's kind of here and there, and it's not. But it's fun. It's good, but it kind of goes along with this course too because it's a lot of not like statistics but the design studies, so it's a lot
Oh,
of social science and the evolution class too. It's a lot about that. So
well, that's
it's kind of
nice to kind
overlap.
of together.
Yeah. So how'd you do on the exam?
I ended up getting an 83, so
Nice.
yeah.
Excellent.
How about you?
I was just like shy of a 91.
Wow, good job. Uh,
There was a couple questions I'm like, what? This is ridiculous. But
and you know how she said there was like an allotted amount of 4 hours? I was like, oh, is it gonna take the full 4 hours? And then it only took me, what was it, hour and a half? Yeah, around an hour and a half. And I'm like, man, this is nice.
oh wow, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but I thought the review was a little bit
Mhm.
tougher.
Yeah, agreed. Which
Which
is kind of weird, but oh well.
I didn't think it was fine, but it was tougher. But
Mhm.
this, oh man.
Yeah.
So ready for the quiz?
Yep, I am.
All right, let's take it. It's kind of a trickier unit this time, I think.
Yeah, with the nulls and alternative and
Ooh, the type one, type two.
mhm.
Yeah, it should be fun.
21 questions.
What? Are you serious? Oh man, well bad. Okay, all right. We are ready. So,
Yeah.
which hypothesis involves equality? The null hypothesis, right? Like it's equal.
Yes.
Because it's equal to just what's the present. Say if they have, they're wanting to know if there's the average is 47, but if they're wanting to, that's what we
No,
think.
yeah, to
We
know
don't,
if it's greater or less.
yeah, we just stick with the status quo, so I think it's equal. So the null
Yeah,
hypothesis.
I'm with you there.
All right. Question 4.
Remember that the p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic, at least as extreme as the one that was actually observed. When computing the p-value, which hypothesis do you assume to be true? Isn't it the null?
Yeah, I think it's the null hypothesis.
Because alternative, I mean, yes, it can well, not disprove, but what is it like? It fails to. Um, I forgot the exact wording, but you never like disprove the null. It's,
Yeah, you have a level of significance with the alternative. I think if it's below the 0.5, if
mm-hmm,
the value is low, then we reject it, and it's alternative. You have to have substantial evidence or something like that.
mm-hmm, yeah.
I don't know. It's all fun. All right. Question 5. Let's see. Suppose the null hypothesis. Okay. The mu equals 10. Use this information to answer the next 2 questions. Okay. Question 5. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a two-tailed test? Um, two-tailed, right, was that's when it's equal to. I mean, not equal. My bad.
Yeah, it's not equal to for the alternative, but the null is equal to for two-tailed.
Yeah. Yep. So
So the third one, right?
the third one, because it won't be equal to. So I guess when it's asking that is just that's when that's the two-tailed one. Okay. Question 6. So for left-tailed, that would be
The far left is highlighted, right?
yeah, that would be if the wouldn't that be if the
Oops.
value
Oh, it's the
um
mean is less than the value.
yeah,
Or
the given values, it's
yeah,
assumed that 10 would be higher than the mu. So is it the first one?
yes. Mhm.
That's one. Okay. Then right tail would just be the opposite. So it would be the mu is greater than 10.
Mhm. Yep.
B. All right, we're flying, but I don't think that's gonna last long.
Woo!
All right. Remember that we determine the outcome of a hypothesis by a test by comparing the p-value to the level of significance, or alpha. Use this information to answer the next questions. All right. Which relationship would result in a failing reject to the null hypothesis? I think the first one, right?
I'm debating between the first or second.
Remember, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I have a quote, well, not quote, but it says it's if the p is low, reject the null. So what the second one's saying is that alpha is greater, or that the level of significance is greater than the p-value. So that's saying the p-value is low. But so if we fail to reject it, that must mean the p-value is high.
Okay. Yeah, I was a little confused. Is it with the null hypothesis, you want the p-value to be low, and then the alternative you want it to be high, or?
Yeah. So in order to have to use the alternative hypothesis, the p-value has to be low. Like the level of significance, see if it's under 0.5, 0.05. That would mean that there's significant evidence that we can use that new, hypothesis, or the null hypothesis says that we keep it if the p-value is high, meaning above that. So.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay.
So it would be the first one then, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Hope so.
Gotcha.
You never know.
Which would result in rejecting the null hypothesis.
Was the second one? The alpha is greater than the p.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are almost halfway through.
Yay, it's a miracle.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay. An insurance company is reviewing its current policy rates. When originally setting the rates, they believed that the average claim amount was 1,500. They are concerned that the true mean is actually higher. Use this information to the next question. So I remember a few things, like when it says higher, we use the where the hypothesis is right-tailed on the applet. And then when I remember when it's two-tailed, or when it's not, when it's different, that's the two-tailed. So on the applet, we use the two far sides. And also, I think when it says less than, it would be the left side. That's just something I remember.
Yeah, no, I agree. So would it be the last one then?
Yeah.
Would be.
So it says the average claim is less than 1,500. Okay. When originally setting the rates, they believed that the average amount was 1,500. So they believed it was 1,500. They are concerned that the true mean is actually higher. So the first one, average claim amount is equal. It's not equal. It's not equal.
Oh, so I have a question. Like, when would you know, um, you know how with the second bullet point it says is not equal to? Like,
Okay.
when would you do that instead of doing greater than?
So I just from the practice videos that they showed on for the tutorial, they said that if it was different, or basically, and if it doesn't necessarily specify specific words, you look for it two ways. If it's either greater than, then you know it's going to be on the right tail, or if it's less than. But if it doesn't have any of those, you can kind of look into it, and that's when it's going to be not equal to anything.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
So it's not really looking for if it's greater than or less than. It's just kind of saying what is it, and then you're going to try and see. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. But on this one, I think you're right that it would, the average claim amount of 1,500 is less than, or wait, no, it's greater.
Because they said it's higher than.
Yeah, so the average claim is greater than 1,500.
Okay, so the third one.
Yeah, I think it's the third one.
And
because
then,
they're talking about. Go
oh,
ahead.
you can finish.
Oh, no, I'm gonna say anything. What were you gonna say, Sarah?
Oh, no, I think I was just agreeing with you. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. What's nice, like these ones, they'll have like the word, higher or this, but after some of the other questions, you have to read into it harder. So question
Well,
11.
now this one would be the first bullet point, right?
Yeah, let's see. Which of the following would be appropriate for the null hypothesis? The average claim is equal to. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, what I meant, yeah. Yeah, if it's not greater than or equal on the alternative, it's not equal. So when we agree that's the null hypothesis, we claim that it's equal to it.
Okay,
We just stay with the status quo, basically, saying that it is.
gotcha. Makes sense.
I guess.
I know, to an extent, of course.
I guess a little more practice, I'll be better, but I'm guessing this unit is going to take a little more practice than last unit.
Yeah,
To really
yeah.
get the You're like, no, never.
It's nice that we got to do a page of notes though, because that like it definitely helped me out here and there throughout the test. So
Yeah, there's not really any equations. It's more conceptual.
mm-hmm.
It's not, because the equations you can just memorize in your head. It's pretty easy. Everything else, like, I don't remember what to do, how to do it.
Yeah, yep, I agree.
All right, question 12. The insurance company randomly selects n, a sample 40 claims, and calculates a sample mean is 1650. Use this information to answer the next three questions. Okay.
Calculator. I actually went and bought a
Oh, did you? Scientific
calculator from
calculator?
Walmart
Oh, did you?
because I'm like, okay, I have to take this exam and I probably should be using, my calculator instead of my phone. And I also have, for my light and sound class, we have to have a calculator. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy
Oh,
one.
it's not a hard formula, is it? It's basically a simple one, or that you have to
Um,
use for that?
it's just, it was a cheap one, like $13, but it's like the TI-30X.
Oh, so it's
Uh,
a basic scientific, then it can calculate some.
mhm,
I
yeah,
have from other classes, I have a TI 84 plus,
nice.
and it's like one of the newer ones. It's really cool because it comes in color, and you can do a lot of things
Oh,
with it. I don't even know what you can do with it. I honestly don't, but it's got some cool stuff.
well, I
Expensive.
used to have a TI. I used to have a TI-84, but then my younger sister needed it, so.
She's on the blame. Okay.
hmm
Okay. So this one's pretty simple, I think. It says the insurance company assumes the distribution of sampling is normal. Is this a good assumption? Well, the sample size is 40, so it said in this class, as long as it's higher than 30, that it would be normal.
hmm
So would it be, it is a good assumption since the sample size is large?
hmm Yeah, the first one.
Because I guess we don't know if it's normal or not, but the sample size is large.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 13. What?
What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm reading out. Go ahead.
Okay. What theorem or law justifies your answer to the previous question? Wouldn't it be the central?
Yep. Perfect. You nailed it.
Woohoo!
Question 14. We're 2/3 there. Which of the following is the test statistic as defined in this lesson?
Is it in or at? or Z. I don't know.
Let me look. Because N is just your sample, but your test statistic in this lesson, let me look at the notes.
Test statistic.
Shoot. Okay, so a test, is it,
maybe
it's not, is it
I think it's X.
X bar? Oh, right, because the test statistic and this one is X bar because you're trying to see if it would be better or greater than the null hypothesis. What you're trying to do over the mean.
Yeah, it's the X.
Right? Yeah, Z is just the Z score, and S is, I don't even know.
S is for super, but I don't know.
S doesn't anything.
No.
And N is just, and that kind of N isn't anything either. It's
They're just
okay.
trying
Now,
to confuse us.
what's that?
They're just trying to confuse us, but we're too good.
All right. The historical mean of sales receipts at a grocery store is $150, with a standard deviation of $40. The store manager suspects that the average has decreased. She sets up a hypothesis test with these hypotheses. So she thinks it's going to be less. So it's okay. All right. Let's see if she's right. She will use the level of significance 0.05, then take a simple random sample of 36 sales receipts from her store. Okay. So it's easy. We just plug in 144 minus 150 over divided by the standard deviation over 36.
No, that's not the right one.
Oh dear, this is a big number. Oh, my bad. I did the wrong standard deviation. I did 50. Oh,
Wait, so the level of significance, is that our new standard deviation or no?
No, what that is like that's your alpha. So we take the equation, and all that's asking is that's just when we get our z-score, we're going to plug that in, and so we're going to see if it's decreased. So when it talks about decreased, it'll be on the left side, the left tail, and then if it's less than this, or then that means, or equal to this or less, that means the p-value is, and so then we will reject it. But if it's high than that, we fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Okay.
I think. I hope so. I'm pretty sure.
So now, did you get negative 0.9?
So yeah, it's about there. Negative 0.9 I did. So let's plug that in. It's on the left-hand side. Negative 0.9. That equals 0.1841. What I got.
Negative 0.9. Yeah, 0.184.
Yeah, 0.184. So that would be pretty much 18%. Okay, so what is the z-score? So round to 3 decimals, so 0.184 basically.
Now, with the z, so for question 15, would we just keep the z-score of negative 0.9 and then
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm doing the probability.
Okay. No, you're good.
Yeah, you're right. It's negative 0.9. I was
Okay.
doing the probability.
And then
Now we need the p-value.
16 would be the
Yeah, point
0.18.
184.
Yeah. 184.
So we failed to reject it, right?
Yes.
Because
Because now, if it was over the 0.05, our z-score, we wouldn't reject it, right?
yeah, say if it was had it been at 0.5 itself, we would
Mhm.
reject it because it's right at 5. It's either equal to or less than 5. And so
Okay.
I had it been 0.49 or 0.049, we would reject it. So anything less than that, it would be rejected because it has basically what you're saying is that you have 95% or 96% or 97% evidence saying that it is definitely it has decreased. But you know,
Okay. So we would reject it or we wouldn't.
I think we failed to because it's 18%, and when even like 5.5%
Mhm.
is still the p-value is still high according to the scale they have, which is I don't get what's the difference between 5.5 and 5. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Somebody put that there though, so don't ask me.
Sounds good. Okay, so what is your conclusion for this problem?
Um, this talks about like when you don't, yeah. I think we have insufficient evidence that the population mean is 150. Oh, yeah. I think it's is it C? We have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is less than 150.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know it wouldn't be sufficient.
Yeah, we don't have. It wouldn't be B or D for sure.
Yeah, and then the mean is 150. Well, that's obviously the null, so yeah, I don't think that one's it either.
Because I think in the question, if I'm right, it says in the main information when it says okay, so the store manager suspects that an average has decreased. I think she was wanting to know if it had decreased. So would it be we have so that it would be less than 150 that it has decreased? Like insufficient evidence that the true population mean is less than 150.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. I don't
Yeah. I think A is definitely not B or D, but A is saying that we have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is 150. I think that it's meaning that it is. I don't know what that's saying, but I don't that it's equal, but it's not equal to if we tested it. So I don't know. But we are almost there. We are like
I know. I'm so
85,
happy.
85%. We are there. 90%. Oh boy, type 1, type 2. These ones are fun.
Oh yeah. I know they always confuse me. It's like, okay, which one is which?
It's like I don't know if you remember from Science 101, the Punnett squares, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it the table?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Yeah, I think they call it Punnett squares or something, where you drop the square
oh
down,
yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
go over and you meet down. I never understood that very well.
Okay,
But
so it says type 1 error. Okay.
there are two types of errors
It,
that can be made. involves rejecting them. Okay. So it says which one involves rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true? Isn't that type 1?
Rejecting when it's true.
Oh, okay.
Rejecting when it's true. Yes, type 1.
Okay, yeah, because in my notes it says when we reject a null hypothesis that is in reality true.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think 2 is when you reject it, when you fail to reject the hypothesis in reality that it's not true. That's confusing.
I know. Oh boy.
Who came up with this stuff?
Someone who was, I don't know.
They didn't find a hobby, so they had to come up with this stuff.
Yeah,
Ruin people's
they
lives.
were a little confused.
Yeah. A researcher decided that instead of using a level significance of 0.05, he will use an alpha level of 0.01. Which of the following will be true? Oh, snap.
Well, didn't it say that if you use either one of those, it would be fine, but the 0.05 is the more, like the one you're supposed to use for more accuracy?
Yeah, you use it for accuracy because 0.01, it's kind of a rare chance that you actually get that low.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, it talked about, okay, so talked about in the videos that when a type 1 increases, wait, like when one of them increases or decreases, the other will increase. It makes you wonder if that's, I don't know.
I remember reading about the 0.01.
Yeah, it talked about like even 0.10 to 0.1, like they use those three, but
I don't know, now it's just trying to find its question.
I think most of the time they always use 0.05 because it's more accurate.
Uh-huh, yeah. So, do you think it's just well, I don't think it would be the last one.
No, his experiment would be more. No, it's definitely not D. And C says the probability that the null hypothesis is true will decrease. No. No, the probability of the null hypothesis is true will increase because you have a lower margin of error. Or, I don't know. Because your alpha score got lower. So I don't think that's right.
I finally found the 0.1.
Did you?
Or is that saying, oh, that's 0.01. But, oh, here it is. Okay. So it just says, we choose A to be some small number so that the probability of committing a type 1 error is low. The most common value for A is 0.05. So when the null hypothesis is true, there is a 1 in 20 chance that it will be rejected at the 0.05 level of significance. But other common choices, it does say, is like 0.01.
0.01. Okay.
But
so A says the probability of a type 1 error will increase. So type 1 error says that we reject the hypothesis that is in reality true. So type 1 error, that's going after that's stating that you're trying to prove that the null hypothesis is wrong, but then you test it, and then you find out in reality is true. So that if you decrease that, wouldn't it be wouldn't increase the probability that a type 1 error would increase?
Yes, because yeah, since the number is going down, if it was going up, then it would be the type 2 error will increase.
Yeah, if it was going down, yeah, I think so. So you think
So
A
the
then?
first one.
The probability that a type 1 error will increase?
Oh, wait.
Which one did you think it was? Sorry.
Oh, well, because I just thought, because I'm thinking it's the first one because it
Yeah,
says.
that's what I think too.
Oh, okay, awesome. We're on the same page then.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No worries. Oh, we're on last question? No way.
Woohoo! Under an hour too.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Type 1 error.
If alpha is so just 0.05, right?
Yes.
Or wait,
Or is it?
0.95. So alpha is the level of significance. Okay. And if there's a type 1 error, that means the error was significant because the value of p was high. Would that probability be 0.95? If I don't know. I mean, because it has to be at least 0.95, because if that's 0.5.
Its probability of committing a type 1 error. Hmm. That's a good question.
Or you could say that there's a 5% chance. Like you said, there's a 1 in 20 chance that the null hypothesis will be rejected. But if there's a type 1 error, that means that we stayed with the truth. And so that probability, wouldn't that just be 95%? Wouldn't
Yes.
a 19 and 20th chance? I just don't think, I can't think of anything else that
it could be.
I don't know.
Compute the probability. Was there a formula for this one or no?
No, I don't think so. No. Just the previous answer showed 0.5, but how he would use 0.01. This one doesn't say anything. It's just one of those ones that's making us think.
Uh-huh.
I hate this question.
I know. Compute the probability. So if the question had said type 2 error, do you choose for the answer?
Okay, so if the question said for type 2 error,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so type 2 error says committed when we fail to reject a null hypothesis that is in reality true. So if you fail to reject it, the probability that it will be a type 2, because if it's true, that means the p-value is low.
Hmm.
And so then that would be a 5% chance of it being a type 2 error.
And since it's 0.05, then I mean, I guess that would make sense that it could be the 95.
Yeah, it's not doctrine though, so sounds
Yeah,
look
I'm
you know
not sure.
how do we decide if p value is small enough? So it says if the p is low, we get the null. Okay. We choose type. That's committed. Assuming the hypothesis is true, the level of significance alpha is probability.
Hmm.
Okay, so level of significance alpha is the probability of committing. It just, I don't know, to me, it almost makes sense that it would be. Because right here, it shows us the level of significance alpha is the probability of getting the alternative, which is 0.5. But the probability of that there being an error, wouldn't that just be the remaining percentage? 0.95? I'm just trying to think in my head that it would be
Yeah,
possible. Because it must come
yeah,
up.
I can't
Yeah,
think of anything else that could be either.
I don't think it's asking for a tough equation because it doesn't give us anything, and it's
Yeah,
not,
it
we
just
don't have
gives
any
us
other
that.
number. Yeah, because when it says compute, we don't have anything to compute there, do the math on.
Unless it's like, go to the applet and type in 0.05. I don't know. But
No, I don't think it's asking that.
yeah. Okay. So are we good with 0.95 then?
I hope so. We'll see, right?
Okay.
All right. Ready to submit.
We'll find out real quick.
Yeah, I guess so. Submit quiz. Oh my gosh, I put false and I participated in this group meeting. Dang it. I gotta
Oh,
reach.
oh no. Okay, so we
I can't
got
find my
14's wrong. What?
Oh, unless it's Z. Okay, so we'll come back to that one because I wasn't sure.
Okay, so 14, 20, and 21.
Okay. All right. We're gonna have to figure those ones out. So, okay, so apparently it's not 0.95.
Hmm.
Unless this is 0.05, because I don't know what else, I don't know what other random number you put in there because 0.05 is not a z-score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can put that I don't know, unless it's just 0.05. I don't know what else.
It could be.
I really don't because it made sense, but I guess it didn't. Wasn't that?
And then I wonder for 20.
Yeah. Unless it's the type 2 error will it increase. So a researcher
Yeah,
decided that
might be the second.
using true. Yes, I did take it. True.
So I wonder if the test statistic
On
would
14,
be Z. Yeah.
I think the only thing that makes sense is Z. You're probably right because the test is asking for that, so the Z-score is the test.
Yeah.
I think so. Number 14. Yeah, I think it would. And then 20 would just be it's not his experiment, it would be more scientific. It's not D, and obviously it's not A. So it's either B or C.
True. Hmm. Yeah, that one's kind of a tricky one.
Probability that the null hypothesis is true. I don't think it'll decrease though, the null hypothesis.
Yeah, because with the null hypothesis, like it doesn't ever decrease. It would either be we failed to reject it or we reject it, but it still is kind of
Yeah,
always there, right?
I think so. It never decreases the fact that it would. You have to have the evidence to prove it, but I think it would be probability of a type 2. I'm trying to figure out why.
I know. It doesn't quite make sense to me, but
I narrowed it down, but probability of a type 2. That says committed when we fail to reject the null hypothesis. So if we fail to reject the null hypothesis, in reality, it's not true. I guess it would. The probability of type 2 error will increase. So it will increase because
I know because you'd almost think it would be the other way around. If it goes up, type 2 would increase, but if it goes down, type 1 would
yeah.
increase. I don't know.
Huh. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm leaning towards B, but I just don't know on that one.
I know. Same here. But, hmm.
The number 21, I like to think it was B, just 0.5, because I have no idea what else they want.
Mm-hmm. I know with that one, it's like, I'm still confused.
There's so many random numbers you can put in there, but what would you put in?
I know because it doesn't give us any numbers. It just gives us the 0.05.
Yeah, and I don't remember anything from the text, reading what to do there.
Yeah,
Except must have been one of those tricky ones that's put 0.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
Yeah.
So I think 14 would be Z then. It makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, I thought it was the X. It was sounding like it was the X with the line over it, but apparently it's not.
It's not.
guess we'll find out when we retake it, right?
Yes.
I'm on question 10 now.
What's that? You were taking it on the question 10?
Uh-huh.
All right,
Yeah.
so question 3. You know what that is?
I mean, we did pretty good besides the...
Yeah. I got a little less because I put false, so I took a couple more points away.
Yeah, I know. That stinks.
No way, that's not right.
Okay, so we decided to go with Z instead of...
I think so.
Yeah, it's probably our safest bet. It's not the X one.
Not the X. No, I don't want to do that again. Or N or S. I think Z is the right one.
And then for that last one, just the 0.05.
It's all I can think of. I don't know what else to do there, Sarah.
I know. I don't know either.
If it gives us something else, I guess I'll have to figure out how to get that. Maybe there's something I missed, but it was either the 0.95 or the 0.5. I think it's like some of the other questions we've had in the past that you just put down what you see there.
Yeah, and it's like as simple as that.
Yeah, but we complicated it, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here goes nothing.
All right, you're about to submit. I'm getting close. I'm just filling out the rest of mine.
Okay. Let's see. What did we get this time? Hey! 100!
Yeah. 100%?
Yeah, you were right on
Okay.
the last one.
We got it right, but I'm just gonna have to figure out why it's that way. So
For the last one.
yeah, for the 20 and 21, I don't get why it's the way it is. But hey, we got 100 right.
Yeah, I mean, all I can think of is because that's the only information they gave us. I mean, that's honestly the only thing I could see it being.
Yeah. Well, for the homework quiz, the homework quiz will have a lot more computations.
Mm-hmm.
I will get the link submitted today. She said, I put the link in, I emailed her. She said for those that made a video of last time, that it would be extra credit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I remember reading that on her email.
So I sent that in on email.
Sweet. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, sir?
Nope, I think that's it. Well, are you still good with submitting our little link for today?
Yeah. No worries, I got it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. Okay, I'll see you on Tuesday, and hopefully Josh should be back by then.
Vacation.
From Disneyland.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good night.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.